Oh, my computer takes a while. Oh no, we're live. Okay. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's Kristen. I'm here with Leslie, with Laura Chenel and Marin French. We gave Ben the evening off today because I guess we can do that every now and then for him. Actually, last night we had our first unboxing and uncorking, which is a wine club exclusive event. Ben and I sat, opened 5 bottles of wine each, because we're separated, and drank through the fall release. So that was actually a lot of fun. Again, wine club member, and we're doing 3 more. So go online, sign up. But more importantly, let's talk about some Chardonnay. Let's talk about Leslie and cheese, because I think that's officially your middle name. If I'm correct, but you've been with us another time before, and we've opened up a phenomenal partnership with you. But welcome.
Thank you. You know, it's funny. You get married, you lose your name. You're now your husband's last name. You have a child, you lose your name. You're now their mom. I'm now the cheese lady locally. So I
don't know if that's a compliment. I mean, cheese is delicious, so maybe it is, but I guess there are worse things. Wonder if I'm the wine lady.
You could be, yeah.
Together, you and I are dangerous.
I know. Well, especially since my neighbors love me. I literally, during COVID, I just spread love with cheese. I know that's really bad. I know it's cheesy, right? But I literally will throw cheese over my fence, just making it the community and everybody just happy and giving back the way they give back to us when they come out and visit us at Marin French.
Well, and you know, they have the freshman 15. I think there's now the COVID 20 is, and you're not helping. Oh, and nor's Ben, but whatever. Well, we're gonna open up a couple. So we had you on a month or two ago. I think we introduced your cheeses. We did a paired, poured, and plated, which is our virtual wine and cheese tasting with you. 3 great cheeses, 3 great wines. We sent it all to you. Everybody joined us on Zoom, and we hung out together. Now we're utilizing your cheeses as well for some of our holiday packages and offerings. We'll get into that in a few. And we're doing a wine, cheese, and chocolate on November 12th. Has become so popular. It's probably going to be sold out as of tomorrow. But we just introduced a second date of December 11th. So you're stuck with me for the rest of the year. Isn't it great? So Chardonnay, we're going to go to Chardonnay first because there's a secret reason I'm going to Chardonnay first. And Chardonnay, so this is the 2018 Peter's Vineyard Chardonnay. When we pull the grapes in, we press it. It tastes like apples. It's amazing. It is, I don't know why I have to look at my notes. I already know this, but 11 months on oak. 11 months on oak? 18 months on oak? I'm forgetting. 11 months on oak. New oak. And 1 to 2 year old oak. And it's fermented in the barrel. Okay, we bring the grapes in, we crush it. It goes straight to barrel, ferments there. This is a 2018 vintage, which we're doing. The 2019 will be our next vintage, by the way, is what we're doing for the December 11th. So we featured this on the first paired, poured, and plated, and you paired it with, remember which one? The Marin French Petite Mustard?
I think it was the mustard, yes.
Okay. Marin French Petite Mustard, and we blew everyone away.
Yeah. Well, the mustard is so, I mean, I love to show the inside of this. You can see the whole seeds, you know, and we've got yellow and brown mustard seeds in here. So it's just a nice, clean flavor. It's got a little horseradish, but with your wine, you know, cheese wine, for those who are tasting cheese with me out there. I know some of my friends are on this and they all have cheese too. So
there was another pairing that we had tried that I have in front of me. You can't really see it. You can't. Oh yeah, I have the jalapeno, which we thought went amazing. We thought jalapeno might scare some people, so we didn't do this. But I'm gonna try it because I can.
Yeah.
And you can eat the rind, right?
You eat the rind, and there's a reason why our rind is so light and delicate. It's not super tough and spongy. It's nice and palatable, which is another experience with Brie that people kind of miss out on, you know.
I may have not taken it out of the refrigerator soon enough, but no, that is, I love that with it. I didn't do the mustard. I have the mustard. Mm-hmm. So one cool thing with this business, and meeting Leslie and now working with Leslie and bringing these cheeses in. Then we brought in some chocolate, so wine cheese chocolate now. And we have a...
Got my chocolate.
Ben just said he's at Catelli's for a late lunch, and then he said war. Ben, are you going to war with us? Hopefully that's a mistype.
We're two tough ladies. Come on, Ben, bring it on.
Totally. I was watching from there. That's what he meant to say. See, if Ben's not on here, he's still on. So thank you, Ben. It is a late lunch, Ben. It's 4:00. But speaking of Catelli's, which is a favorite restaurant of ours over in Geyserville, works with Laura Chenel, carries the goat cheese. We were on with Dominica last week, and she was talking about a recipe she does with feta. And she goes, well, I just subbed in the Laura Chenel goat because it went so well. So Leslie and I went to lunch Saturday because what else are you going to do? And we had a ton of goat cheese, which was delicious. And then Leslie went to her car. Then I was Susan from Riedel. Susan said she's always packing. She packs glassware. Well, let me just tell you a little bit of what Leslie over here is packing, because I got sent home with a lot of cheese.
Spreading the love.
Look at that. I don't even carry it off. A lot of cheese. And my favorite, which is the birthday cake. Or I call it the birthday cake now.
Yeah, it's actually known for a birthday cake. A lot of people like to just stick a candle on the top of it, and that's the cake that they give people. I want to do like some holiday art and make a snowman with that thing, with some rosemary sprigs and some, get creative with cheese. I always say look for other ways of utilize. See how amazing is that? Find other ways to utilize cheese, like that big truffle that you have there, the giant truffle. That one, is it truffle? Yep. That makes frico, which a lot of people didn't know. If you have leftover cheese, you cut the rind off of it and you piece it all out onto a sheet tray, and you can bake it, and it makes this crispy amazingness. And I use that in my Caesar salad instead of croutons.
It sounds delicious.
Finding other ways, right?
One more pairing that I love with our Chardonnay, that if you join us for our December 11th, so next week again, wine, cheese, chocolate. When we did our little tasting, I said, well, clearly not going to do Chardonnay with dark chocolate because no one does that. And I was schooled and told, no, stop, right? So we tried the Chardonnay with the orange, right? The orange blossom goat.
Yep, the orange blossom goat.
And then they do an orange chocolate. And
amazing.
It is so delicious together. Yeah, unbelievable. So we're going to do that one. But also you do a fig and grapefruit goat.
Yeah, we do a fig and grapefruit, which usually these are the fig and the cranberry are holiday items. We're actually adding these to our regular items now. So these will always be, these are going to be produced year round now.
Do you have distribution everywhere for some of these specialty cheeses as well, or is it mostly online?
No, we do have distributors. A lot of food service would be Greenleaf for those chefs out there, Buy Right, Chef's Warehouse, Cisco.
What about Florida?
In Florida, Cisco would be one. And then there is, for retail, there's KeHE, there's Unified, there's Horizon. Whole Foods is actually we do a lot with Whole Foods. Our Brie en Croûte that we make is their Brie en Croûte. They're the private label one. So when you buy their Brie en Croûte, that's ours.
That's what you forgot in your box.
Huh?
That's what you forgot in my box.
I did.
It's okay. I'm going to see
it. We should offer that. For any of those, it comes, a lot of people don't know what Brie en Croûte is. So it's our traditional Brie covered in the puff pastry. And we hand make all those at Marin French.
That's actually a great hors d'oeuvre appetizer type thing pre-holiday.
Right.
Right. Put that out. Bottle of wine. You're gonna have so many friends.
Well, and I kind of tested it. So former chef, I kind of freak out when I get things pre-done, and I handed it off to some chefs of mine, and they were blown away. It's amazing. Of course, you know, we're owned by Rion, which is a French company. So everything we do is butter, and the flavor profiles are very, very on point. Like a lot of chefs that wouldn't necessarily think of buying fig and grapefruit. I was at a restaurant today, and the chef kind of turned his nose up, and this is so surprisingly amazing. It's bright, it's got that little hint of fig, and then it's just got that beautiful finish of goat. So
the grapefruit would have scared me, but it's not a lot of grapefruit.
yeah.
And who works at the winery, we first started doing this, it's not like goat cheese. We just typed in that you converted him. He's actually converted him.
We do convert.
What are you doing to people? That fig and grapefruit is delicious. Okay, so that's the Chardonnay. I want to go into Pinot in a minute because I want to do some Pinot. But
Okay.
we did this Chardonnay with that orange blossom and then the Volo orange chocolate. I floored everybody. That is your chocolate cheesecake. It was amazing. It made everybody believers. So that'll be our December 11th because I didn't know to do it in the November 12th. So that's our secret. God, the Chardonnay is delicious.
The Chardonnay is pretty good. You know, it's funny when I took the idea that you gave us with the chocolate and the cheese and the wine, a lot of people were like, what are you talking about? We don't pair chocolate, cheese, and wine. I'm like, but chocolate cheesecake, think of all of your things that you could do with chocolate. And it just brings out another profile within the cheese, the chocolate, and the wine. You got to get innovative.
As Jeff from Volo said, the cheese is the bridge between the chocolate and the wine. I thought that was fascinating because you're right. You automatically think chocolate and red wine, great. But Pinot is so delicate. Sometimes it doesn't actually go, but you guys are all chefs. What, a little sea salt, a little cinnamon. It's not that sweet Nestle's chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
But that will actually go well with your cheese anyway. But the Volo just is, guys, I'm so excited for this thing.
Well, and one thing I love about Volo is, you know, a lot of people didn't know that they pair cheese with their chocolate, and so it's actually in two parts of the supermarket. It's in the cheese section and in the dry section, and we are now on the Mexicali chocolate with our camembert, which I'm very excited about.
When we did our little meet and greet and we were tasting the cheeses and drinking the wines, Volo was saying how they didn't have a pairing yet for the Mexicali, so we're sitting there eating stuff and we're like, oh my gosh, this works amazing. And the Mexicali is not spicy. It's got a little kick, but with that camembert, oh, that's Dan's over here looking for the camembert. It's in the mix somewhere there. Let's go on to the Pinot. So how much do you love your job? Well, I was going to ask if you travel, but you probably can't travel because it's COVID.
I started right during COVID, so I'm kind of bummed. I got to do one show up in Bass Lake, and I love it. I love talking to people. I mean, I'm with you, Kristen. I'll talk all day until you tell me to stop. I mean, I'll just keep talking. You know, one of my best friends made a comment to me because I am a former protein specialist, and she said, "Oh, we're all learning about cheese now." I'm like, "Yes, we are."
Specialist?
Yes, butchery is part of my background.
I was thinking that was a protein shake. Yeah. That's where my mind went. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Ron is saying he made pumpkin ravioli with a local New Jersey goat cheese and cheese pumpkin puree paired with a 13 pomard. Okay, you know what, Ron? Game on. When you come out here, you're cooking for us. I'll bring the wine. Leslie will bring the cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we need the recipe. Yes.
Yes. Well, that's what the chef at Catelli did, was her raviolis, the goat cheese raviolis. And I will tell you, highly recommend going to Catelli's because they are fluffy. The texture is perfect on that dough. I mean, it's a wonderful ravioli.
We did do the ravioli with the Chenel goat cheese. And then we did the Dominica sauce, which was this easy cream. Oh, mushroom. Oh, everything was delicious. Oh, I should have had that picture of that. Brought out the charcuterie plate. Tons of burrata, tons of Chenel goat, tons of arugula and meat, protein. It was delicious. All right, I'm on to Pinot. I'm on to the 17 Campbell Ranch, by the way. What'd you pour?
I poured the Campbell. I actually haven't had the Campbell. I think this was the one I have not had from you guys yet.
All Really? Okay, I'm gonna lie to you. I had the 18777 because I had it from last night, but I like the 17 Campbell. I love.
Yes, and I almost feel like this Campbell would be amazing with the goat truffle.
With a goat truffle, I didn't open my goat truffle.
Yeah.
But I like how your mind goes there. How do you do that? What do you do that you taste the wine and then your mind goes to?
I don't know. I started cooking when I was 9, and I used to smother tri-tip in Southern Comfort. Why my parents let me touch it at 9, I don't know, because my parents were not drinkers. But I'll tell you, I've always had this fascination with balances, and my brain just instantly thinks of an item, and I would probably say this truffle goat is going to complement that. You want something that's not going to overpower it, something it's going to complement the wine and the cheese. And of course, our cheeses are so light because of our goats. You know, our goats are, we're working on our humane certification for our goats also, which I love. And I went one. It means that the couple of ranches that we use, that we already have our certification for our Saint Benoit lines. Oh wait, no, it's Saint Benoit. That's not the Jersey cows for the Saint Benoit is going to be humane certified. These goats are locally humane raised, but in some of it in Northern California, but they're small farms. And I just want to also point out, people love hearing this, that during COVID, we did not dump any of our milk. We took all of our milk from all of our ranches.
Okay, were people dumping a lot of milk during COVID?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, I didn't know that was a problem. Wow. Well, I'm glad you dumped the milk.
I'm sorry to do this, but I have to plug my computer in.
Well, that's okay. I will talk. Matt, next time you're in town, we're doing dinner as well because Matt's hungry as well. And Stacey, I agree. The truffle cheese always takes me to happy places as well.
Okay, hold on.
We're going on.
Never a dull moment, right, Kristen? There's always something.
That's funny. Well, good job having it ready. I gotta fix my hair too. Okay, so
you know, I'm a real person. I'm a mom. I'm a real person.
I'm a mom too. I hear you. So speaking of, I'm just gonna bring up one. So you guys do these little pot de crèmes. I happen to have chocolate in front of me. You do chocolate, vanilla, snickerdoodle, and
vanilla.
Chocolate, vanilla, snickerdoodle. Am I missing one? You did 4.
Chocolate, vanilla, snickerdoodle, and vanilla. That's 4.
Chocolate, vanilla, snickerdoodle, and vanilla. Vanilla's in the choice.
Salted caramel.
Salted caramel. So sorry, everybody.
So I love our Saint Benoit line because that one is Jersey milk. So a lot of people use regular dairy cows, you know, your black and whites and your browns that you see out there. I love Jersey cows because they're the cutest. They don't produce as much milk, so it does tend to be a little bit more expensive. But they remind me of like my lab, that face my lab has, and it's just like this. I love Jersey cows. They're so awesome.
I'm scared of cows.
And so that one is the pot de crème is partnered with Cho Chocolate from the East Bay.
That's amazing. My kids have been eyeballing this in my fridge for the last couple days. So if I don't get a bite now, I'm not getting a bite.
Mine got stolen out of the fridge. Yeah.
Yours got stolen?
Yeah.
Oh, wine bite one. Sorry.
Wine bite one.
He thinks the Campbell and the truffle both have an earthy flavor that complement each other. Ron, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
That's why I think we picked that Campbell, that little coastal, a little more of that minerality, that salinity in the wine goes with that truffle. I bet it goes with that mustard too. Wonder how it goes with the mustard, if the mustard holds up to it.
Well, let's try it. I think it might be too powerful for it, to be honest with you.
You know, it goes really well with this chocolate. It actually makes the chocolate a cocoa-ish flavor.
Mm.
That's good.
He was right. Earthy. That's the word we're looking for.
Did you know you were supposed to hug cows to lower stress?
Yes, actually. Cows and goats. So the reason why our goats are so amazing is because that's what they do. They're very affectionate. And people don't know that cows are the most like dogs. They will play with you. They'll play fetch. They'll snuggle up with you.
Cows scare me.
Oh, they do?
They do. So we had Point Reyes on. They were talking about the fact that the cows have personality. They have own because they're huge.
Yep.
They could hip check me, and I've never been tipped. A cow has not tipped me yet. They're big and they just stare at you. And okay, I'll hug a cow.
Hug a cow, everybody. It might make you feel better.
All right,
But
Wendy,
be careful.
they're sweet animals. Be careful because
I would say baby cows more than the bigger cows, just to put that out there. I wouldn't suggest going onto a ranch and just hugging a cow. You might get hit a little bit. She's gonna be like,
they bite.
They do. Yep. Well, they want to nibble because they think you're gonna give them something.
Yolanda, you go hug the cows and that'll lower my stress. Oh, Ron is telling me hugging Jersey guys also lowers stress.
Oh.
I don't know if I've heard that before. Yeah, who's stress? That might be your stress. You have to know the cows. Oh, they love goats. Oh, Lisa, I had goat. Yeah, you guys. I'm going to take everyone's word for it. I'm just going to drink wine. Oh, maybe after a couple bottles of wine, I'll hug a cow.
Well,
cow and I will both tip.
I think that's why I like my job so much more. I'm not visiting those type of places. I get to actually play with baby goats and I get to see them, and I'm not.
Sorry, I'm not supposed to bring that part up.
Yeah, no.
They're delicious. You know, goat is the most widely eaten meat in the world.
Yes.
You know that? Of course you guys know that. I'm not the chef over here.
They can actually naturally mow your lawn too, so put a goat in your backyard.
Do you know, pre-fires here, we had all the goats over off the 101. I drove by like 5 times because I was fascinated with it.
Mm-hmm.
They had like 300 goats on the side of the road, one herder dog, and they mowed down all the brush. I thought it was amazing. But goats eat everything, and that's why they don't put goats in the vineyards. You'll see sheep in vineyards, right, to clean up all the wild growth that they put in for the what's that called? The cover crop they put down in the bottom right for the soil, but they don't put goats in there because the goats will eat the vines and the vineyards and the grapes and all the stuff, and they're just nuts. I'm gonna pour myself a little more.
So did you try the mustard with that Campbell?
I didn't. I tried the chocolate, put a crème with it. I'll try the mustard with it. You tried it? You liked it? What else do you pair with it?
I paired the truffle. I think the truffle goat is probably my favorite with this one right now.
I just like anything truffle. You guys also do a little truffle in this little bucket. This little bucket of cheese. It's goat cheese. I got the spicy kabakoo. There's a marinated. Oh wait, what is that? Herbs and olive oil. You guys do a truffle, and you can mix the goat in with the oil. It's California olive oil, right? You can mix it in, but if you have extra oil, you do not throw it away. Put it with chicken or anything.
Yeah. And it's actually a blend. It used to be 100% California olive oil. We had to mix a little bit of canola oil, but it is organic, which is awesome. So I'm really about what you put into your food is really important. So if you're gonna have a great product, you gotta, have the great ingredients to go with it. But these are awesome because these are our medallions, and these are the 1.75. When Laura Chenel originally started, that's not a Jersey though.
It's not a Jersey cow. Not a Jersey cow.
That's not a Jersey. But people love to get this because the story behind Laura Chenel is, she started with her goat cheese. Chez Panisse, Alice Waters is the one that made her took over and started buying her product. But these are the original medallions she sold to Chez Panisse.
Oh.
And if you open this up, they're all one little medallions. And so today she still has that on her menu, and she encrusts it, deep fries it, and puts it on a salad.
I don't think they were in medallions.
Yep.
There's 4 medallions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, so Wendy Nunez with our Nunez Vineyard is telling me the goats will trim the edges of your vineyard, but you need a herder. Good to know. See, I did not know this. And Ron is asking, do you use white or black truffles? And if so, where are they from?
They're black and they're from France.
Oh, well, there we go. That was easy.
Yeah.
All right. I say you can put truffles on my shoes and I'll eat them. So this Campbell went amazing, by the way, with the jalapeno.
Oh.
I know. I wouldn't have thought that, but I didn't have the mustard open, so I thought I'd fake it with that one. And it actually, the wine cut right through the jalapeno, slight little spice on the end, but that cream in there and the wine was actually spot on. Who would have? This is why wine and cheese is fun, right? Mm-hmm. Is that the jalapeno?
It's the olive.
Oh, they call them on an olive goat. So Marin French is all cow. Laura Chenel is all goat. Do not. Well, if you say I don't like goat cheese, give us a chance. We'll convert you. If we got Luke, we can get you. We can get you. Because your goat cheese is not goaty. It's not too heavy. It's they're light, and the flavors you have, the cranberry goat. Oh my gosh, that stuff is amazing. Let me try it.
So I'm going to tell you a funny story. So I have a friend who does not like goat, and I asked him why. It has nothing to do with the flavor. He said, well, because some of them are really goaty, but I heard goats stand on top of other goats and they pee on each other, and that's where the flavor comes from. And I just started dying. I'm like, no, this is false. It has everything to do with what you feed your goat. So as long as you're feeding natural vegetation, and you always have to supplement with some alfalfa, just because certain times of the year that there's just not enough hay and feed. So we do supplement a little bit, but I don't know where the story came from. It's super false. Goats don't pee on each other.
That's actually that's an interesting reason why not to like a cheese. By the way, yeah, I don't even know what to say about that one.
I didn't either.
Great with this wine too. No.
I said, where did you get your goat? And I'm not going to the person that told you.
Yeah,
that story house.
You have a rebel goat. Your goat's got issues. We all have them. It's okay.
We have happy goats and happy cows, which I love about Marin French. We actually we partner with a local winery or local dairyman out here. So, in this time, in age of the days, we're trying to figure out what to do. Support your local men by buying local. It's really important.
Okay, so I've got to get back to this because I'm curious. I'm traveling for the first time since COVID, so don't judge me. I'm going to my family in Florida for Thanksgiving. What? And I'm going to Seattle, see the other half. I have 5 siblings. See the other half in Seattle in December. I'll wear my mask all the time. I'll be really good. But where can I find? I can find like do you have larger produced cheeses versus smaller produced? More? Can I find the cranberry, the mustard, the jalapeno, the birthday cake? Can I find these when I go, or do I have to ship them? Should I order online and ship it to myself?
I would ship them just to make sure you have them. A lot of times people are cutting back the SKUs that they're actually stocking. Oliver's, Whole Foods is a big one. Trader Joe's is another one that just started carrying my goat brie, which I don't have here. Yeah. Which goat brie would actually go fabulous with this too, by the way.
I was just told why fly when I can take them with you. And what Dan doesn't know is last time I visited my sister in Florida, I did take a bunch of cheese with me because she couldn't get the cheese in Florida. I guess I could. All right, I could do that. Looking to support. I was at Trader Joe's the other day, and I did actually see a couple of the goat cheeses, and I was like, oh, I should get some. But then I realized I actually have a lot, so I didn't actually need to.
So my one suggestion is when you buy retail, though, sometimes you don't have they have a longer shelf life. And if you look on the side of it, there's a best by date. So like this one happens to have 1/12. And it's actually good 30 days after that. I would hold on to it if the best by date is too far off. I wouldn't eat it just be careful when you're buying retail. Pay attention if you like a really nice ripe age. cheese, hold on to it for a little bit before you eat it.
So, okay, best by usually is best sold by date.
Yeah,
Not
so it's good 30
date.
days after that.
30 days after that. Okay, perfect. And here's another good question, actually. When you buy cheese at the grocery store, right? Like I would buy this and then I'd pop it in the fridge. But if I want to serve it, because this is, oh, here's the Petite Mustard. I like my like brie style. I like them runny. I like them a little soft. How long should I have them out prior to opening it and eating it?
They say at least 2 hours.
Okay.
I suggest 4, just to let you know. But company-wide, they just for health reasons, it would be 2. But if I was personally doing it as a chef, I would do 4.
Okay. And okay, so good to know. Well, they say to drink this in 2 to 4 years, and let me tell you, I like it older too. So I don't mind going the distance. With all this stuff. All right, so I only tried the Pinot with the jalapeno and it worked. Oh, I lied. I tried it with the cranberry goat too, and it went phenomenal.
I want to try it with the truffle brie from Marin French. And I just want to point out, a lot of people don't know this about Marin French. We are the oldest working creamery in the United States.
Wait, which one am I opening?
Are you going to eat all the big ones?
It's Wednesday, of course. Oh, you know, once I open it, how long do I have to eat it?
7 days. I mean, it'll go longer, but it'll start to dry out.
Thank you, Dan.
But I'm going to say the truffle goat is probably my favorite with this Campbell.
Is that this one?
The truffle goat.
Wait, I don't know. Oh, I do have a truffle goat, but it's in my fridge. Okay, so I got to try that one later.
This is probably my favorite. And the little spicy guy might actually work too.
Oh, the Cabacoo? I can do the Cabacoo. So the only problem with these buckets of cheese, you guys, they're a pain in the butt to open, but once you open it, you realize you're an idiot and they open up very quickly, correct?
You have to really, on the side here, where the little lip is, you have to really push in really hard to pop up this lid.
Oh, so you pushed it in? I was trying to pull it out.
Push this in really hard and then pop up that lid.
Okay, I'm going to try the Cabacoo with this.
Okay. Wine, cheese, wine, right?
Everyone's fascinated.
See, you can join us when you do your wine pairings, you know.
Okay, Leslie, you have to try the jalapeno with this.
Okay, I do not have that with me.
I do. You're a little far away, but you can come on over. I'm happy to help you. Oh, okay. We're at 32 minutes, but Dan wants to hear the story of this, and then we'll wrap it up. That is
the Superdome, is what we call it. That is a brie that is 1.1 pounds. That is like butter. That is your traditional French, super buttery, very dense, but you leave it out a little bit, it gets nice and soft. Even the outside it's got that, it almost looks like snow on the outside. It's just so bloomed so much.
It looks like there's mold on it because it's fluffy and amazing.
Well, it is mold. It's a salt.
That's what I meant to say.
It's a salt mixture that we use. And it's funny, I want to point out that there's a reason why we have to age all of that at Marin French, and even some of the Laura Chenel things. I don't have one here. The Buchette and the Creton are still aged at Marin French because there's something in the fog out here. There's a certain bacteria growth that comes off the ocean, and it allows us to age a certain way. And that is why we are one of the oldest, creameries,
My friend wants to confirm that this birthday cake serves one. And yes, serves one. And actually, a girlfriend was over the night. She made a truffle honey.
Yeah.
And we let this soften. We put it. Oh.
So another fun thing to do with that is take the top off of it. Sprinkle it with sugar. Grab your torch and torch it, and it makes a creme brulee.
Oh.
It's amazing because it starts to heat up the cheese, and then you have the crunch from the sugar, and you just crack into. It's amazing. Highly recommend it.
You can bake it, Dan, because I baked it.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes that gooey, soft. Sop it up with some delicious bread or crackers. Amazing. All right, so we've gone way over our time because time goes by so fast. Oh yeah, as usual, 30 minutes have flown by. They have. So again, you want to hear more of Leslie and I, and actually you want to eat cheese and eat chocolate and drink wine, November 12th. You have tonight, book that, cut the top off first draft. No, Dan, just put it in the oven. It's easy.
You could just put it in the oven. Just be careful because there's so much fat in it, and if it opens, it'll just make a big mess, which is actually fine. That stuff that comes out,
scrape it up.
Amazing.
So December 11th, you want to do this too? We're going to do a Chardonnay, Pinot, and a Zinfandel. Leslie, myself, and Bola Chocolate are going to get together next Wednesday and attempt to find some good pairings for those chocolates and cheeses and such. We got bingo coming up Friday. We got another one December 4th. 4 years of newness virtual tasting coming up, or you can supersize it and go 6. Christopher Sawyer, Christopher Sawyer is going to be with us on one of our Wine Wednesdays. Next week. Whatever. We're having fun. No, you don't cut the top off. I think I already said that. Anyways, thank you everybody for joining us. I have a lot of cheese to eat because I have 7 days to eat all of this and a lot of wine. Leslie, thank you. I adore you. This is always fun. We are the virtual place.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.